Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Profiles in Risk. Today I have with me the Amy Cooper, founder at Rising Insurance Star Executives and VP of Sales Carrier Practice at Gallagher Bassett. First of all, Amy, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Going great. Thanks for having me. It's been so
Oh,
long,
my
Tony.
my my pleasure. And let me start with an apology. I don't think I've had Rice on the podcast yet, which is
No
incredible
apology
because
needed. I'm
we
I'm
go
happy to be here.
way back, right?
Yes.
For the listeners, so Insurance Nerds is 10 years old, Rice is 8 years old, and we've been chatting since shortly after Rice was founded. So should have had you on long ago. Um, the main thing we'll talk about is the conference, which is coming up. So let's kind of start with the conference and then talk about Rice because Rice does so many things. It really is amazing. Like I'm constantly blown away. Uh, so the conference, Rice Leadership Summit. This is the third year,
Fourth year,
fourth year. I missed the very first one. Fourth year, Fort Lauderdale. What are the dates?
June 16th through the 18th at the Fort Lauderdale Harbor Beach Marriott.
Perfect. And Rice, in my mind, uh, it is the young professional group for the overall industry. Started in claims and is now much more broader than that. Uh, the conference, what is the conference like? The leadership summit, what is it like, and who should attend?
So our leadership summit is really for anyone who is a leader or an aspiring leader. And we have two different tracks. So we have one track that skews more towards the less than 10 years of experience, more focused on personal development, your individual contributor at a company, like that is the track for you. Then we have the management track. And so we have a ton of, directors, VPs that attend that still get benefit out of that management track. So if you're interested in being a leader, you don't have to be a manager to be a leader. There's probably something at our event for you. And it is every part of the industry. We have underwriting, claims, brokers, product people, people in insure like it's really meant to be for the industry. So it brings everyone together.
Fantastic. So my experience with the conference has been quite simply awesome. I'm kind of an expert in this. I'm an expert I am an inch deep and a mile wide in insurance in general. When it comes to the next generation and when it comes to conferences, I am very deep because I go to a lot of conferences, and I certainly have my favorites. And the Rice conference uh, quickly has become one of my favorites. I love the energy. Quite simply, it has a tangible energy. It is a really fun conference, and it's not expensive for an insurance
Oh,
conference at all. By the way, I am proudly wearing, and not
oh,
just because we were chatting. I basically, whenever it's clean, this is the first shirt I grab. I love wearing, especially for podcasts. So this is my Rice insurance business to work in, which I got at the conference. And the first time that I got one, it was a really ugly color, and then I complained, and I tell people that you guys started making it in black because I complained. For this year, I'm late, but at some point I would love a red one. All right, so it's such a fun conference. I like the speakers are fantastic. This is not one of those we sell the speaker spots to sponsors. It's just not that, right? The speakers are passionate about what they're talking about. Speed networking is awesome. The activities are awesome. The gala is truly is a gala, like dress up and come to this final party and an award ceremony. Uh, I'm surprised every year that they continue to let me in with my crazy dress to the gala. Um, I am a Rice ambassador too, so maybe that's why they continue to let me in. And I am a former award winner, which I proudly keep. It is no longer my favorite trophy because the InsurTech Hartford Trophy is pretty ridiculous.
it's
But
pretty cool. Yeah.
I do definitely keep this very close to my heart. Okay, so the conference, it just an awesome time. Uh, if you are a young insurance professional, this is the one. Honestly, this is the one where you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna connect with a lot of great people. And how do I put it? I was the young insurance professional going to conferences with very few young insurance professionals and being an extreme extrovert, making the most out of it. But it wasn't always easy. Rise, it's very, very easy. You can't help but grow your network. You can't help but learn. You can't help but get excited about the industry and learn how to grow. So if you're a young insurance professional who is not finding your way to growth, great conference to go to. On the other hand, if you're a young insurance professional that is growing quickly, great conference to go to. And
Yeah.
if you want to meet a lot of the up and coming professionals in our industry, you want to recruit them away from where they are or whatever, this is a great conference to go to. Uh,
Yeah,
so
disclaimer, don't come recruit people. But you know what's great? So other than the exclusive Rise swag, so we always have cool t-shirts and other amazing things like last year, the tie-dye bucket hats and whatever cool stuff we come up with this year will be a surprise. But we do, like you said, try to elevate the content a lot. This year's keynote, well, there's a couple, but the opening keynote for the Leadership Summit is Simon Sinek's company speaker, Matt Dunsmore, talking on the book, The Infinite Game. So a lot of Simon Sinek fans out there, you've read any of his books. That's just kind of a taste of the type of stuff that we're talking about. You can build your own path at our event. So if you are a younger professional, you're newer, don't worry, we have a first timers event. We will help guide you. There's a lot of ways that you can also customize your experience there. And then in terms of the fun stuff, couple teasers for that. We have a sunset catamaran cruise. We've got kayaking. We've got a pedal bike bar crawl going on the last day of the social activities. But then we also have, like you said, our gala, and we're celebrating a lot of awards this year, which we're excited about too. So it's basically if you could just imagine that you're going to learn a ton, make a ton of connections, but you're going to have fun doing it. That's our event.
1,000%, and it just keeps getting better. I am super excited for that keynote. I've read that book. I've quoted that book. I
A
am
good one.
in fact, that book has a lot to do with how I run my career. Uh,
Cool.
I'm excited for that keynote. I did not realize that was the case. That's really, really awesome. There is a discount code for insurance nerds. I will include it. If I forget to include it, message me. I'll send it to you. So let's now kind of we're doing it backwards, right? Now let's talk about rice. Okay, so rice itself. What the heck is rice? And like walk us through a little bit of the 10,000 things that rice does. And the best part is you do them all really well.
Thank you. Yeah, so Rising Insurance Star Executives, Rise for short. We started out as a young professionals group, but now we kind of see ourselves as this whole movement. We are an insurance community and we are dedicated to helping the early career professionals build their career, to learn leadership. And part of what we do with that is we have education. So we have an education committee, we have courses, we do webinars, we have Wisdom Wednesdays on our LinkedIn. You can check out LinkedIn Live for that. We have an app so you can connect with people. We do networking events, we call pop-up events around the country that are part education, part networking. We have a mentorship program that is one of the biggest ones in our industry. We pair up professionals cross-functionally all across the country, across the globe. We're close to 7,000 members. We're in 12 different countries, although it's still very heavy US. And the mentorship program last cohort had 240 people in it. And
Let me pause you on the mentoring program
yeah,
because I've gone through it now 2 or 3 times. Basically, it goes twice a year, right?
yep.
And I tend to sign up as a mentor every other time. Although I've told Tori that like if I didn't sign up, it's because I forgot. Like count me in. Um, it is. I'm a huge fan of mentoring programs, and it is the best mentoring program in the industry. I am a CPCU fanatic. CPCU has its own mentoring program, and I'm sad to say the Rice one is the best mentoring program in the industry. It truly is. It's very well structured. They will match you with somebody that can help you with what you're looking for, right? If you're in claims, you want to go to underwriting, ask for an underwriter. If you're, want to go into being a sales manager, ask for that. If you're curious about the actuarial side, whatever, I was going to say since I'm an ambassador, but to be clear, I have nothing to do with actually running Rice. I'm just kind of a fanboy and ambassador. Uh, they'll match you up with the right person to help you grow. And what I really love about it, it also has it's very well structured, right? The with the Monday speakers that I never make because I'm always traveling. It's very well structured so that your mentoring relationship will be successful. So if you are trying to grow your career, join as a mentee, and the next year join as a mentor. If you are deeper into your career, join as a mentor. I'm so happy to hear that there's that many people going through it. I don't know how you guys manage it. It's incredible.
We're
Uh,
gonna have to top it one day soon here. So
and I do think so. One of the things that I've always found interesting about Rise is the use of the word membership, right? So, like insurance nerds has a ton of people on the Slack channel, a ton of people that are involved with us in different ways. We've never called them members because, in my mind, members pay fees. Rise is free. How much value you guys are giving through Rise? Rise should be a couple $100 a year, but it's free. I'm guessing because, well, I know for a fact you guys are really good at bringing sponsors. I'm guessing that's what allowed you to keep it free. But Rise membership is free, and it truly is incredible. Um,
yeah.
and you haven't. I probably interrupted you before you mentioned them. You haven't mentioned the scholarships. So what are the scholarships?
Rise membership is free, supported by our corporate members, thanks to our corporate members. And you can become a corporate member if you work for a big company and want to do that. We also do scholarships. So a couple different kinds. We have scholarships for students. We have a nonprofit arm called Insurance Cares. We do scholarships for students looking to pursue an education, get into college or get into an insurance company, help them with finding an internship. We also pair them with a mentor. That's pretty cool. And then we also do scholarships for young professionals in the industry that are looking to attend conferences. And
Let me pause you there. Okay. To the best of my knowledge, this was simply not a thing before. I
yeah,
have been extremely lucky in my career, and it all started because I got my CPCU and nationwide, at least at that time, I think they still do. If you got your CPCU, it didn't matter if you were, the lowest paid person in the company, you got to go to the trip. And that's where I fell in love with insurance conferences. And I've been able to go to, it's basically my day job. I go to like 30 or 40 a year. And because I'm a podcaster, I get a lot of free tickets to conferences, but they're expensive. They're so useful. And if you're early in your career, they're so expensive. Um, I don't think anybody else helps young insurance professionals get free tickets to conferences. So it really is an absolutely amazing thing. And again, membership is free. It's absolutely crazy.
might as well join. Yeah, and actually that was so important to me, Tony. Like for me also, when I got to my first conference, I was like, wow, look at all this opportunity. And if people could see outside of their cubicle and see the world of what insurance, like what makes up the insurance world and all of the exciting things happening, I am convinced they'd stay and they'd be
Precisely.
as passionate as you and I.
That
And
is
that's why we do those scholarships. It's so important to me to like give people that opportunity.
that is exactly why insurance nerds was born. It was exactly that. It was, oh my God, insurance is an awesome career. Why are we losing so many entry level people? And at the same time, the leadership is complaining that we can't keep our millennials now or Gen Zers. Um, so the insurance nerds and Rice have had kind of parallel lives in very interesting ways, which is why we ran into each other so early. And uh, they might be the same organization. They might be a single organization today if insurance nerds could execute its way out of a paper bag. And if I had been able to convince Amy to give up the Rice brand and do it under the insurance nerds brand, uh, but yes, we're doing the same thing, right? We're helping young insurance people find the industry, and fall in love with it and grow within it. You guys are just much better at it. Uh, and it's been awesome to see it happen. It's been absolutely, and it really is the iceberg thing, right? Where like I'm sure you get messages that basically go like, how did Rise become this giant visible thing in the industry out of nowhere? Well, you've been building it for 8 years. It's just the
Yeah.
first six are invisible, right?
It's true.
All right. So what is the origin story? How did Rise come to be?
Because pivoted into insurance with the company I was with that was a legal tech startup. And they're like, hey, I think there's some opportunity in insurance. Show up at my first big insurance conference, and some CEO on stage is talking about this talent gap. And I'm like, well, where are all the young people? I'm like the youngest person by at least a decade in the room, maybe two, who knows at the time. And I was like, oh, well, in my previous industry, I chaired a young professionals group. Let me go see if I can find one. Couldn't find one. So I started Rise. And as you can see, we do so much more now. Like it's not just a young professionals group, but we still really, I mean, we do that really well too. Bringing people together, helping everyone grow their careers, um, see the opportunity that there is to work here.
How I first heard about it, what was the award, right? And the award's been going for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. Uh,
So
yeah, to talk
let
about the
so
award, yeah.
yeah, so when I first was gonna launch Rise, I launched it by announcing the awards. So while Rise is 8 years old, this year is actually the ninth annual Rise Awards.
Fantastic. So mine was 2018. So what that was it like the third year,
That was
the
second
second year?
year. Yeah, second
Okay.
year.
And I gotta tell a quick story. So by the way, okay, who should get nominated for the award? Who is it for?
So we have different awards, but when we first started, it was like a Rising Stars Award. And that was the list you made. And the first year, I think there was 10, then there was 12, and we decided to make it a 35 under 35. So now that's what that list is. We also have an award for Mentor of the Year. We also have a LEAD Award, which is Leadership in Equity and Diversity. We also have an Impact Award, which is something it helps celebrate somebody making a big impact in the community. We also have Innovator of the Year, and none of those are related to age, just related to impact and insurance. But the 35 under 35 list was the original Rise Awards.
Fantastic. And sadly, back in my day when I won, and by the way, there's a really funny story. Uh, my girlfriend refers to this award as the one you nominated yourself for, which is true. I admit it. I did, because it is allowed. And I made a good case for why I deserved it, and I got it, and I really appreciate it. But sadly, there was no conference at the time. Now, if you win this, you get recognized at the conference. You get called on stage to receive it. Like it's a big thing. So yes, it's a fantastic way to recognize your young professionals. And you know what? If you're killing it and your company's not recognizing it, you can nominate yourself. So yeah, I love the
Now we
awards.
take reference letters, Tony.
All right. So you are gonna need a reference letter. I snuck in right before
Stuck in early.
the rules got strict. Also, the trophy has gotten nicer. I noticed that
Way
last year.
nicer. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. You got the original.
exactly. But yes, so and we're not calling for nominations right now. I don't know what I'm guessing the season's in the fall for nominations, but yes. Overall, just you guys have killed it. Like over and over. Like every time I've ran into you guys out in the wild, I'm more surprised. And then the conference really, like, since the conference started, it's just been like absolutely incredible. Um, what's what's in the future of Rise? What's in the plans that you can already share?
Well, first thing is getting to 10,000 members this year. and getting to 50 corporate members. That really just launched last year, so that is where we're focused on. But for our members, I'll give a little teaser. I can't make the big reveal yet, but we've got a few partnerships that are being announced in the next couple of months, or maybe at the Leadership Summit in June, where we will be offering a ton of discounts for different certifications and industry CE certifications, designations. We've really set it up where Rise is handling the human skill side, leadership, mentorship, emotional intelligence, all of that. And we're partnering with a ton of other groups to help offer any sort of specific technical training that you might need to have a successful career. So that's coming to Rise members. And again, it's free to be a Rise member. And then you're going to get access to all these cool things.
There is no greater no-brainer in
Yeah.
our industry than join Rise. Truly, like it should the offer letter for your first insurance job in every insurance organization in the country should have a little ad for Rise.
It should just be like, and also join Rise.
Yes, no, honestly, orientations. So, my first insurance job was Farm Bureau of Iowa. The reason I'm still in this industry, the reason that I fell in love with this industry, a whole chapter of my book is about this, is because Farm Bureau of Iowa did a fantastic job in orientation, in teaching me how to grow within insurance, in teaching me that there was more than the call center, in teaching me uh, so much about insurance and how to grow within insurance. And then I went to Nationwide, where I kind of got like would have been lost in the giant company, like many of my friends were. The only reason I did it is because I got great guidance, a great map from Farm Bureau. Every company should have a good orientation program, and in that orientation program, they should say join Rice. Honestly,
Why not? And we have
absolutely.
our and we have our own courses coming out, so stay tuned. There's
I
more of that.
how how how
An amazing Rise team. So
like
behind me, we've got a team at Rise that are fully dedicated to
but
running all
if I'm
this
not
program.
mistaken, with Tori's exception, Tori is a full-time Rice employee, right?
And so is Desiree, and so is Nicole. We've got
Oh,
a
okay. So you've got 3 or 4 full-time employees.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And by the way, I'm a big proponent of diversity in our industry. This is the wrong time to talk about DEI, unfortunately, but I love the fact that this is a woman-started and woman-led organization. It shows. It's just very different from the rest of our industry in a very good way.
Thank you. And we're trying to be different. We want to be like, what's next? What's cool? Keep raising the bar. If you come to our leadership summit, you'll see that. I love when we get whole groups of teams that are coming. Like we get, Amtrust sends 10 people and Auto Club sends 10 people and Westfield sends 10 people. And these teams that come together also get to bond there. And then they get to go back and talk about all these cool things that we do. So we've got a lot in store for everyone this year. This is the first time we're taking over the whole hotel.
Wow. How many
So,
people are you expecting at the conference?
I think we'll have close to 600 this year.
It feels significantly. Oh my God, it feels so much larger than that.
I know. And I actually think it's the perfect size. Like I love that 600 person conference. Especially when you have 10 or like 50 C-suite execs walking around. Your chance to rub elbows with our industry's top
Oh,
leaders,
it's incredible.
10 CEOs there. Where else are you going to be able to do that?
Absolutely. In fact, whenever I talk about diversity in our industry, I tend to use the example of there are exactly 3 female CEOs at top 100 insurance companies. There's so few of them that I met 2 of them the same year at the Rice conference. Right?
We've had women CEOs speaking at our event every year. This year, you can come check out Kathy Antonello is the CEO of Employers. We'll be doing the keynote at the gala, and also Brenda Austenfeld, who is the president at RT Specialty, will also be there. So, again,
All
really
right.
great
I was
top
not
female
aware that
talent.
that employers had a female CEO. So that makes 4 top 100 carriers. Making progress. Making progress.
You're going to meet them all at Rise.
Fantastic. Amy, thank you so much for joining me today. We could talk about Rise and the conference for a long time. But I think that the case has been made. If you made it to this point in the podcast and you are not seriously considering going to Rise, you're subscribed to the wrong podcast. Honestly, that like use the discount code below. Sign up. See you at Rise.
Awesome. See you there.
Thank you.